Peak English Podcast.
From Peak English with Class. Hey, English learners. Welcome back to the Peak English Podcast, your cozy place to learn easy English through real-life conversations and improve your life at the same time. I'm Sarah.
And I'm Alex. And as always, we're really happy you decided to spend a little bit of your day with us. Before we start our chat today, I just want to remind everyone, this is a B1 to B2 level English podcast. If you don't understand every word, just relax. You can always listen again.
Yeah, exactly. You really don't need to stress. Just grab a warm drink, sit back, and hang out with us.
Hang out. We use that phrasal verb a lot, Sarah. Can you explain it really quickly for our listeners?
Sure. To hang out simply means to spend time relaxing with someone, usually without a specific plan. Like, you and your friends might hang out at a coffee shop on a Sunday morning.
Or we are hanging out right now on this podcast, talking about life.
Exactly. We're just hanging out. So, Alex, how has your week been so far?
My week has been pretty good, actually, but I spent a lot of time looking at my bank statements.
Oh, looking at bank statements? That doesn't sound very fun.
No, it wasn't fun at all. Honestly, I realized that I need a better system for my money. I want to prepare for the future.
Oh, I completely understand. Talking about money for the future can be really overwhelming.
It really is overwhelming. And when we say something is overwhelming, it means it is too much to handle. It makes you feel very stressed.
Like having 10 difficult homework assignments due on the same day. That is overwhelming.
Exactly. And for many young adults, thinking about saving and investing feels just like that, overwhelming.
Yeah. It feels like a heavy weight on your shoulders. I honestly try to avoid thinking about it.
Well, you are definitely not alone in that feeling, Sarah. Most people avoid it because it seems too complicated.
But today's topic is about fixing that, right? Talk about saving and investing for the future?
Yes, exactly. Today, we are going to talk about the absolute simplest way to divide your salary in the world.
The simplest way in the world? Wow, that is a big promise, Alex.
I promise you it is. It is a standard financial framework, but it is incredibly easy to apply to your daily life.
I am so glad to hear that, because if it involves complex math, I will probably cry.
No complex math today, I promise. Just simple, easy steps to build a safe future.
Okay, before we dive into this super simple framework, let's do our reflection challenge.
I love this part of the show. It really connects us with all of you listening right now.
Since we are talking about saving money for the future today, we want to know your true feelings about your finances.
Yes. Does thinking about your money make you feel proud, or does it make you feel anxious?
Right, there are no wrong answers here. So, listeners, please pause this audio for just a second.
Go down to the comments section and write a very short sentence for us.
Please use this exact format. Right. I'm name from country, and today I feel... Do I feel rich and well off, or am I in dire straits?
For example, you could write, I'm Alex from Canada, and today I feel a bit nervous about my spending habits.
Or, I'm Sarah from the US, and today I feel exhausted by my bills, but ready to learn.
Whatever you feel inside, just share it. This podcast is a completely safe space. No one is going to judge you.
Definitely not. We read every single comment, and it makes us feel so close to you guys.
So hit pause, drop a comment, and then come right back. We are waiting for you. All right, we are back. So, Sarah, you mentioned earlier that thinking about a budget makes you feel completely overwhelmed.
Yeah, it really does. Honestly, I feel like I am just naturally bad at managing my money.
I hear you. It is a very common feeling. But can you describe exactly what happens with your money every month?
Well, it is kind of embarrassing. On payday, when I get my salary, I feel so rich and happy.
Payday is always a great feeling. You feel like you can buy anything.
Exactly. But then, by the second week of the month, I check my bank account, and I am completely broke.
Let's stop right there for a second. The word broke is a very common slang word. Can you explain what it means, Sarah?
Sure. Being broke just means you have absolutely no money left in your pocket or your bank.
Like, I would love to go to the concert with you, but I'm totally broke right now.
Right. So I am usually broke by the middle of the month, and then I am just surviving until the next payday.
I see. We actually have a phrase for that cycle. We call it living paycheck to paycheck.
Living paycheck to paycheck. That sounds exhausting. What is the exact meaning of that phrase, Alex?
It is when you spend all of the money from your current salary just to survive. You have zero savings for the future.
Yes, that is my exact life right now. I am living paycheck to paycheck, and I hate it.
Try not to beat yourself up about it, Sarah. Many young adults fall into this exact trap.
Wait, beat yourself up? I know that doesn't mean actually hitting yourself with your hands.
No, definitely not. To beat yourself up means to unfairly blame yourself or be too critical of your own mistake.
Ah, I see. Like, I shouldn't beat myself up for failing a math test. I should just study harder next time.
Exactly. So don't be too hard on yourself about money. It is actually just human psychology working against you.
Psychology? What do you mean by that? Why do I always want to spend everything I earn?
Well, our human brains are strongly wired for something called instant gratification.
Instant gratification. Instant means right now. And gratification means pleasure or satisfaction, right?
Spot on. Instant gratification means you want to feel happy immediately instead of waiting for a reward in the future.
Oh, I understand completely. Like, buying a beautiful new wooden kitchen tool on Amazon gives me instant gratification. It makes me happy today.
Yes, exactly. But saving that money for your retirement, that doesn't feel fun today at all.
Yeah. My future self feels like a complete stranger. It is so hard to care about someone I won't be for another 20 years.
That is incredibly normal. We humans are just not naturally good at long-term planning. We want the reward right now.
I have tried to budget before, you know? I tried to write down every single cup of coffee I bought.
And how did that work out for you? Did you stick to that detailed budget?
No, it made me burn out so fast. It was just too much work to track every penny.
Burn out. That is a great phrasal verb. Sarah, how would you explain burn out to our listeners?
To burn out means to become completely exhausted and lose all your energy because you are working too hard or stressing too much.
Exactly. Like, if you study English for 10 hours a day without sleeping, you will definitely burn out.
Right. So tracking every single penny made me burn out. I just gave up completely.
Well, that is exactly why we are here today. I want to show you a framework that will prevent that burnout.
Really? Is there a way to budget without losing my mind?
Yes, it is called the 50-30-20 rule. And honestly, it is the easiest way in the world to divide your salary.
The 50-30-20 rule? I think I have seen people mention it on the internet, but I don't really know how it works.
It is a standard financial framework. It takes all the complicated math and stress out of budgeting.
No complicated math? That sounds absolutely perfect for me. Please, figure it out for me.
Let's break it down slowly. We start with the biggest piece of the pie, the 50.
Okay, I am listening. What does the 50 stand for?
This means 50% of your salary must go to your needs.
My needs? Like things I must have to stay alive and keep doing my job?
Exactly. Your needs are your absolute essential living expenses. Things like rent, groceries, and electricity bills.
Okay, rent, basic food, electricity. That makes sense. These are things I cannot skip paying.
Right. If you lose your job tomorrow, you still have to pay for your needs. You still need a place to sleep.
What about my bus ticket to work? Is transportation a need?
Yes, absolutely. If you need to take the bus to earn your salary, then transportation is a strict need.
Got it. So 50% of my money covers all my basic survival costs. What is the next number?
The next number is 30. And this 30% is the fun part of the framework. This is for your wants.
Wait, really? I am allowed to spend 30% of my money on fun things?
Yes, Sarah. A budget is not a punishment. A good budget actually gives you permission to spend money guilt-free.
Guilt-free. I love that word. It means doing something enjoyable without feeling bad or anxious about it later.
Exactly. Your wants are things that improve your lifestyle, but they're not strictly necessary to survive.
Like going to a nice restaurant, buying a new video game, or getting a fancy coffee with my friends.
Spot on. Or maybe buying that new microphone for your podcast. That is a want, not a survival need.
Okay, let me make sure I clearly understand the difference between a need and a want.
Go ahead. Give me an example to test yourself.
My basic internet bill is a need because I must have it to work. But my Netflix subscription is a want, right?
That is a perfect example, Sarah. You need the internet to work and send emails. You only want Netflix to relax in the evening.
Got it. So 50% for survival needs, 30% for fun wants. That leaves exactly 20% left over.
Yes, and this final 20% is the most important part of the whole system. This money is for your future.
This is the part I always fail at. 20% sounds like a lot of money to lock away.
It can feel heavy at first. But this 20% is exactly what buys your freedom later in life. It goes to savings and investing.
Freedom? How does saving 20% of my salary buy my freedom, Alec?
Well, first, it builds your emergency fund. If your laptop suddenly breaks, you don't panic or cry.
I see. I don't use my credit card and go into debt. I just use my emergency money to fix it.
Exactly. Having an emergency fund gives you peace of mind. You sleep better at night knowing you are safe.
Oh, wow. Not panicking when a sudden problem happens. That really does sound like a kind of freedom.
And secondly, this 20% is for investing. You put your money into the stock market so it can grow over time.
The stock market? But isn't investing really risky? I don't know how to analyze financial charts or read company reports.
You don't need to be a professional financial analyst to start. You can just buy safe, broad market index funds.
Okay, the 50-30-20 rule makes logical sense. It is a clear framework. But how do I actually build a habit to do this?
That is the best part. I have some tiny habits for you. These are small, easy steps you can take today to apply the rule.
I am ready. Give me the tiny habits. My notebook is open and I am writing this down.
Tiny habit number 1. You need to figure out your exact take-home pay.
Take-home pay? Is that different from the regular salary written on my job contract?
Yes, it is very different. Your take-home pay is the money that actually hits your bank account after taxes and health insurance are taken out.
Ah, I get it. So if my contract says I earn $3,000 a month, my take-home pay might only be $2,500.
Exactly. You must base your 50-30-20 math on that $2,500, your real take-home pay.
Okay, I wrote that down. Calculate my real take-home pay first. What is tiny habit number 2?
Tiny habit number 2 is the real magic trick. You must set aside your savings automatically.
Set aside? That is a good phrasal verb. What does it mean to set money aside, Alex?
To set aside means to reserve something or save it for a special purpose in the future.
Like, I always set aside an hour every evening to read my book.
Perfect example. So you need to set aside your 20% savings automatically using your bank app.
Automatically? You mean, like, making the bank computer do it for me without me touching it?
Exactly. You set up a rule in your banking app. On the exact day your salary arrives, the app automatically transfers 20% into a separate savings account.
Oh, so I don't even have to click a button? The money just moves by itself while I am sleeping?
Yes. Before you even wake up and drink your morning coffee on payday, your saving task is already done.
That is absolutely brilliant. Because if that 20% is sitting in my main checking account, I will probably spend it on Shopee.
We all would, Sarah. Human willpower is weak. That's why we use automation. It creates a situation of out of sight, out of mind.
Out of sight, out of mind. I really love that idiom. Can you explain it for our listeners?
Of course. If something is out of sight, you cannot see it. And if you cannot see it, your brain easily forgets about it. It is out of mind.
Like a big box of chocolate. If I keep chocolate on my work desk, I will eat it all.
Yep, but if you hide it in the back of the kitchen cupboard,
Exactly. Out of sight, out of mind. I forget it is even there, so I don't eat it.
that is a perfect real-life example. Your 20% savings account needs to be exactly like that hidden chocolate.
I am definitely going to do this. I will open a completely separate bank account just for my savings and investing.
That is a fantastic idea, Sarah. If you don't see the money in your daily bank app, you won't feel tempted to spend it.
You know, Alex, talking through this framework makes me feel so much better. Budgeting doesn't seem like a scary monster anymore.
I'm so glad to hear that. The 50-30-20 rule is just a good rule of thumb to help you build a safe life.
Wait, rule of thumb? That is a funny phrase. It has nothing to do with hands, right?
Right. A rule of thumb just means a practical and general rule that is easy to follow, even if it is not perfect for every single situation.
Like, a good rule of thumb is to drink 8 glasses of water every day.
Exactly. The 50-30-20 split is a rule of thumb. You can adjust it a little bit later, but it is the best place to start.
I feel so empowered right now. I am going to calculate my take-home pay tonight and set up that automatic transfer.
That is wonderful, Sarah. I am really proud of you for taking that step. All right, before we move into our vocabulary section, let's just take a moment to do a quick recap.
Good idea. We talked about a lot of important things today, and I really want to make sure I remember everything correctly.
So, our main goal today was to learn how to stop living paycheck to paycheck. We introduced the 50-30-20 rule.
Right. It is basically the easiest way in the world to divide your salary. It is a standard financial framework that anyone can apply.
Exactly. 50% for your survival needs, 30% for your fun wants, and 20% for saving and investing for your future.
And to make this framework actually work, we talked about 2 tiny habits that we can start doing today.
That's right. Do you remember the first tiny habit, Sarah?
Habit number 1. You must calculate your exact take-home pay. You have to know the real amount of money you receive after taxes.
Spot on. If you use the wrong starting number, the whole budget will fail. And what was the second tiny habit?
Habit number 2 is automation. You need to set up your bank app to automatically move your 20% into a separate savings account.
Yes, do it automatically on payday, so the money is out of sight and out of mind.
I honestly feel so much more in control of my financial life now. It really is a simple, standard framework.
I am incredibly glad it helped you, Sarah. And I sincerely hope it helps all of our listeners out there too.
Okay, it is time for everyone's favorite part of the show, the word tour.
Welcome to the Word Tour. This is where we review the absolute best vocabulary from today's episode.
We will explain the phrases again, give you some new real-life examples, and practice our pronunciation together.
Let's jump right in. Phrase number 1 is overwhelming.
If something is overwhelming, it means it is too much to handle. It makes you feel incredibly stressed or confused.
Example 1. The first day at my new job was completely overwhelming. I had to learn too many things.
Example 2. Cleaning this entire messy house by myself feels overwhelming.
Now it is your turn to practice. Repeat after me. The first day at my new job was completely overwhelming. I had to learn too many things.
The first day at my new job was completely overwhelming. I had to learn too many things.
Great job. Let's move on to phrase number 2. Broke.
This is a slang word. Being broke means you have absolutely zero money left. You are completely empty.
Example 1. I cannot buy a new phone right now because I am completely broke.
Example 2. After paying for his expensive holiday, he was broke for 2 months.
Let's practice. Say it out loud. Repeat after me. After paying for his expensive holiday, he was broke for 2 months.
After paying for his expensive holiday, he was broke for 2 months.
All right, phrase number 3 is very important today. Living paycheck to paycheck.
This long phrase means you spend all of your current salary just to survive. You have absolutely no money saved for your future.
Example 1. Because food prices are rising, many young people are living paycheck to paycheck.
Example 2. My biggest goal this year is to stop living paycheck to paycheck and save some money.
Your turn to practice. Take a deep breath. Repeat after me. Living paycheck to paycheck.
Living paycheck to paycheck.
Nice work. Phrase number 4 is a great phrasal verb, burn out.
To burn out means to become physically and mentally exhausted because you are working or worrying too much.
Example 1. If you don't take a vacation soon, you are going to burn out at work.
Example 2. She tried to study English for 6 hours every single night, and she quickly burned out.
Okay, say it with me. Repeat after me. She tried to study English for 6 hours every single night, and she quickly burned out.
She tried to study English for 6 hours every single night, and she quickly burned out.
Excellent. Phrase number 5 is another phrasal verb, set aside.
To set aside means to save something, like money or time, to use it later for a special purpose.
Example 1. Every month, I set aside $50 to buy a new bicycle.
Example 2. You should set aside at least 20 minutes a day to practice speaking English.
Let's practice that one. Repeat after me. Every month, I set aside $50 to buy a new bicycle.
Every month, I set aside $50 to buy a new bicycle.
Moving on to phrase number 6. This is a famous idiom. Out of sight, out of mind.
This means if you cannot see something with your eyes, you will very easily forget about it.
Example 1. I put my credit card in a drawer so I wouldn't use it. Out of sight, out of mind.
Example 2. He threw away all the junk food in his kitchen. Out of sight, out of mind.
Almost done. Repeat after me. Out of sight, out of mind.
Out of sight, out of mind.
And our final phrase for today, phrase number 7, rule of thumb.
A rule of thumb is a general practical rule that is very easy to remember and follow.
Example 1. As a general rule of thumb, you should sleep for 8 hours every night.
Example 2. A good rule of thumb for cooking pasta is to use a lot of salt in the water.
Last practice for today. Repeat after me. As a general rule of thumb, you should sleep for 8 hours every night.
As a general rule of thumb, you should sleep for 8 hours every night. Wow, we covered so many incredibly useful phrases today. I feel like my English is definitely getting better.
Me too, Sarah. And that brings us to the very end of today's episode.
Thank you so much for hanging out with us and learning with us today.
Yeah, whether you are washing the dishes, commuting to work on the train, or just lying in bed relaxing, we deeply appreciate you sharing your time with us.
If you enjoyed this conversation about saving and investing, please leave a like and subscribe to our channel. It is a tiny habit that really helps us grow.
And please don't forget to answer our reflection challenge in the comments below. We love hearing your stories.
This is Sarah.
And this is Alec.
You've been listening to the Peak English Podcast. Bye!
Your progress doesn't end here. To continue advancing your Speak English skills, click on the next video or explore the additional videos we've thoughtfully selected for you.